Back here on CentralValleyTalk.com, it's the business segment, and Rose Vitale is with the wireless industry. She's with a company called Wireless Connection, and that includes phone repair. Rose, welcome here to CentralValleyTalk.com. So when I think of wireless connection, I'm thinking, okay, are you a phone carrier?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a phone repair service? What exactly is that?
That's a really great question here. So at Wireless Connection, we specialize in two things. Number one, we do phone repair, and then we also sell unlocked phones. And so what that means is unlocked phones are phones that are not locked to a specific carrier. And so I guess over the past 3 years, there were some laws passed that unlocked phones are not illegal to sell in the U.S. And so right now, that's what we really specialize in, because there's a lot of people who they love maybe their service, but they don't love their phone.
What does an unlocked phone mean? What does that mean? I think I know what it means, but you go ahead and explain it to me.
So unlocked, when your phone is unlocked, like I said, it's not locked to a specific carrier. Like right now, if you said you had T-Mobile, so your phone is actually locked to the carrier, T-Mobile.
You're not talking about a phone that's locked with a passcode.
Right. We're not talking like that.
You're not talking that. Okay. Just trying to get the lingo right here.
Right.
So the correct lingo is you're not tied to any specific service. So
exactly.
So you're selling phones that are not tied to a service. So how does that work if I purchase one of those phones? What kind of service would I get then?
So a lot of times, we sell to customers that, let's say they broke their iPhone or they broke their, Samsung phone, and they're with AT&T and they're still locked into a contract. We're able to sell them, let's say an iPhone or a Samsung phone, and we're able to just pop their SIM card in, do some reprogramming of that phone, and then they're able to, basically use their phone exactly how they used to have it.
Okay, so if I drop my phone, it breaks,
okay,
and it doesn't work anymore, I can go to you. You can sell me an unlocked phone. Just take the SIM card out of this, and we're good to go.
Yes, and it also works really great for people who travel internationally. A lot of our customers, they travel to Mexico. They go to Europe. They want to be able to purchase a SIM card from that country and be able to just pop it in. And with an unlocked phone, that gives you the freedom to do that.
Okay, so I'm going to get the same kind of service.
Right. You're going to get the exact same service. It's just you're going to have the freedom of choosing.
What about my text messages, my emails on this phone? Are they going to be there with that other phone, that new phone that I purchased from you?
As long as you save it to, let's say, your SIM card. If you obviously destroy your phone and it's not saved, let's say on iCloud or whatever, some sort of system that you have it backed up, it's obviously not going to be there. But your contacts, as long as you save that to a SIM card, it'll still be there on that SIM card, and then when you pop it in your phone.
So where do you get these phones?
We have different partnerships with some of the manufacturers and some of the vendors.
Are these phones new or used?
We sell both new and used phones right now. Since the kind of what's happening, I guess 3 years ago, what has happened in the industry when T-Mobile purchased Metro PCS and AT&T purchased Cricket Wireless, that allowed the network. It's basically a GSM, which is a SIM card based phone, and what that does is that allowed people to basically have more freedom and have pop in the SIM card and travel and do I guess more freedom in terms of just network wise, having more coverage, and so.
No, go ahead. I was going to let you finish.
Okay.
No.
So so basically, I think that with the whole merge that has happened, has given people more choices. As people can see, T-Mobile was in fourth position in terms of carrier. They've kind of moved.
Where are they at now?
They're actually third position right now.
Who's in fourth?
Sprint.
Sprint has dropped to number 4.
Yeah, Sprint's dropped to number 4.
Wow. Who's number 1? Verizon.
Verizon is number 1.
And AT&T is 2.
Yep.
T-Mobile is 3.
Yes.
And Sprint is 4.
Right.
Okay. And are people still going with Cricket or not?
So in the market right now, there's prepaid versus postpaid. Okay, and
Okay.
so what that is that right now the shift that's happening is really the prepaid market that's really expanding. Right now, there's about an 80% that's still on postpaid, 20% that's on prepaid, and so the shift that's happening and the growth that's happening in the market share right now is really kind of towards the prepaid market. That's why you see a bunch of Metro stores, launching here in the Fresno market, and I was actually part of that launch. That's my background. I was actually with Cricket. I was a dealer for Cricket and also a dealer for Metro PCS, and I helped launch the Fresno market about 3.5 years ago.
Yeah.
And now I since sold my shares to launch this company because I feel that the opportunity.
And you own this company.
Yes.
You own the company.
Yes.
Okay, and so I'm still not sure where you get your phones. Explain that to me.
So, like I said, we deal with some of the manufacturers, and then we also there's third parties that sell.
From Apple, you deal with Apple.
We don't deal directly with Apple. You have to obviously be big enough to deal with Apple.
So where do you get the Apple phones? Where do you get the iPhones?
There's third-party sellers that we buy these from, and we go through a 180.
It's all legal and everything.
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure people
Yeah, of
know
course.
that. Okay, you're not doing anything illegal.
Right.
All right.
Right.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So what we do is like you were asking if we sold new or used phones. We sell them both. Right now there's a big I guess market share right now in terms of the used phones, and we go through a 180-point inspection with one of our softwares that we have, that tests out the battery, tests out the life of the phone, the quality of the phone, and so we kind of I guess it's kind of like when you buy a pre-owned car, right? They say they go through this 100 and whatever point inspection. Same thing that we go through as far as these unlocked phones.
Yeah, I've always been worried, not worried about it, but always wondered. Whenever I bought a phone, and even this one, is there a tracking device on these phones or any phone? How can you tell if there is?
Well, we do have software that can test that, but usually,
Really?
I mean, obviously, having an iPhone, Apple, everything is, they know everything about you pretty much, in terms of everything's on their network.
I know, but is there a tracking device on here, like a GPS system that will track me down?
I wouldn't say that there is unless you install like a third-party, app of some sort. There's definitely ways that parents are keeping track of their kids, and you could do that in the background. You could actually load software onto a phone that can track it without somebody even knowing it. You could load that.
Without even having the phone in your hand, you can actually do that?
You would obviously have to load it, have the,
You'd have to have the phone to load it.
Right.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay. But yeah, that's a difficult process. If you have kids, obviously, that's a big deal. But so you've been in business for 10 years. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you've been successful. How's business going?
It's going good.
Big market for this? Or
people
what?
are really definitely responding to it. Like I said, we launched the store. It's in Merced, and people are really responding well to it.
Oh, it's in Merced, not Fresno.
No, it's not in Fresno.
Okay. All right. But go ahead.
So with that being said, people are really responding. We're selling to AT&T customers, Verizon customers, Metro PCS customers, Cricket customers. So we're really giving people, like I always stress, our slogan is choose your phone, not your carrier, because, in America, we've always been trained to go to the carrier to get the phones. If you go overseas,
but I don't have a contract with T-Mobile.
Right.
I can bail anytime I feel like it. And
Exactly.
That's a big advantage.
Right, and that's why a lot of people chose T-Mobile, because they really kind of changed the marketplace in terms of, they're calling themselves, uncarrier, right? And so they allow people.
I don't have to sign a 2-year contract
right.
with AT&T or
But you still have to pay a monthly bill a monthly payment,
No,
right?
a monthly payment, but I can bail anytime I want. If I want to go to Sprint or AT&T, I can bail right now, tomorrow, and go to them.
Right, as long as you pay off what you owe.
Right.
Right.
But I've owned this phone for a while, so I don't owe anything on it. But so that's not an issue. Mm-hmm. But that's a huge advantage over the other carriers. Am I right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think that all started with the whole prepaid market. When Cricket, introduced prepaid, people didn't want contracts anymore. And so T-Mobile really focused in on that. They don't lock you to a contract, but they do just, allow you to pay monthly. So all the carriers now, they used to subsidize the phones. Like AT&T used to subsidize the iPhone, where you can get it free or whatever have you. And so now carriers are shifting away from that because they realize that they're losing money doing that.
Yeah. Hey, tell us about where you're located in Merced. How do people get in touch with you? I'm assuming maybe you're on Twitter, maybe you're on Facebook, social media, whatever the case may be. Go ahead.
So we're located at 3144 G Street, Suite 145. It's G in Olive. Phone number is 209-626-5554. And they can obviously find us on Facebook, Merced. Just look up Wireless Connection in Merced, and there we are.
Okay, say that phone number one more time slowly so I can write it down.
Sure.
Obviously 209.
Yep, 209.
Yeah.
626. 5554.
Okay, and they can either talk. Now, do you have a business partner, or do you own this company by yourself?
I actually own it by myself. I did have a business partner with the Metro stores, but then I since sold my shares to launch this brand.
Oh, interesting. Okay, well, it was a pleasure meeting you, and good luck with your business. Come back anytime, and you're welcome here at Central Valley Talk anytime.
Appreciate
Rose, thank
that.
you very much. Good luck.
All
Good
right,
luck with
thank
that
you.
business. It is called Wireless Connection, and phone repairs, and something happens to your phone, Rose can help you out. Rose Vitale in Merced. Back with more here on the business segment on CentralValleyTalk.com.